friend gifted to me an upside-down world map. And at the first glance, it seemed all bizarre to me. And I got puzzled over it, thinking, why would somebody give me an upside-down world map? And it doesn't even look like a world map is supposed to look, right? But this friend of mine, he challenged me, saying, who said so? And little did I know that this quirky gift that he gifted to me would turn into a profound realization for me. And the realization was that sometimes when we look at familiar things differently, we begin to notice things that we may not have otherwise noticed before. For example, if you look at the map, most of the Southern Ocean or the Southern Hemisphere is nothing but water and the oceans. And majority, in fact 90% of humanity resides in the Northern Hemisphere. So years later, as I embarked on this journey, sailing around the world, literally scratching the bottoms of the planet, I began to look at things differently. Amidst this endless horizon, I got myself thinking about the absurdities of life. Like, why do we even spend so much time getting stuck in the traffic when we could have easily built solar-powered hoverboards and crossed the traffic just like that? But for every moment of beauty that I encountered, there was a stark realization that hit me. I witnessed firsthand the devastating impact of humans on our nature. It's like we're bullies of the playground, except that the playground is a planet and we have not packed the moral compasses with us. And we were recklessly exploiting the planet for our own selfish interests. Today we talk about illegal fishing and dumping millions of tons of plastics out there in the oceans. And that is the harsh reality that we are indeed facing today. So here's a thought experiment for you all. What if we never treated Earth like a disposable commodity, but in fact like our own quirky roommates that we have got in our hostels, right? Somebody we actually cared about, not annoying, not really paying heed to our messy habits. Imagine a world where renewable energy isn't just a buzzword, but a way of life. Where we lived in a world where we chose alternatives before we actually started thinking about digging out tons of fossil fuels from our oceans. Where instead for drilling of oil, we actually got about utilizing the power of the sun, the winds, the oceans, or maybe even the occasional lightning bolts. Like when a storm hit in the South Pacific Ocean, I was literally bargaining with the universe for a safe and peaceful passage. And you see, I was not born fearless. In fact, as a 6-year-old kid, talking about oceans and water literally sent shivers down my spine. And I was completely content amidst the mountains. I always enjoyed, I always cherished, seeing them, seeing the beauty of the mountains from afar. But here's the thing about fear, I realized. It's like a stubborn barnacle that is stuck to your hull of your ship. And it's sure is annoying as hell. But when you really try to let it weigh you down, that's when the disaster happens. So instead of doing so, why not use fear as a fuel to propel yourself forward. I would like you to picture this for yourself, that let's say you are sailing the high seas, right? And let's say you are sailing towards Australia, Fremantle, and you still have got 15 days to hit the next port. And all of a sudden you realize that you're running short of water supplies on board. So what is it that you would do, and how would you deal with the situation? Any guesses? Well, this is precisely where I found myself a couple of years ago, in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean. And the first thought at that point that came to my mind was, water, water everywhere, but not even a single drop of water to drink. But thanks to the imaginative power and the creativity that we brought out as a team together, and voila, we found a solution to that. Got hundreds of kilos of sails which were stocked inside the boat, and manufactured an indigenous water harvesting mechanism. And the next time it was pouring in the oceans, we managed to replenish all of our lost water supplies. Now can you imagine living without salt in your food for like the next 30-40 days? Sounds crazy, right? But that's precisely where we were at that point in time, and we didn't know what to do. And we literally happened to, open up our imagination and brainstorm as to how we are going to solve that situation. So what we did was that we extracted salt from the reverse osmosis plant that we had on the boat, and we managed to cook our meals using that and the seawater that was everywhere around us. And we did manage to survive. We did manage to endure this whole sequence of events. So to me, innovation is not just about surviving. It's not just a survival technique, but it's also a mindset shift. We definitely need to dare to dream big once in a while and think outside of the box and harness this collective creativity of humanity. I dream of a world that is fueled by imagination, that is fueled by creativity and resilience, and an unwavering belief that anything and everything is possible. I believe in a world where you have free expressions of your thoughts and ideas, and the power of judgment holds no impetus. I believe in a world where humanity can coexist with the natural world. Trees stand as silent sentinels to the wisdom. Birds paint the sky with melodies, and animals can roam freely in their natural habitat. And I believe in a world where being human is celebrated not just as a privilege, but as a responsibility to protect and nurture this vast tapestry of life that is thriving all around of us. So, and in Sri Rabindranath Tagore's own words, into that heaven of freedom, my father led my country away. So how about we turn back to that upside down world map and chart a course anew